field. Out of here. And this game is tied.
Now, back to the morning roast with Bonte and Shasky.
Kipe on the call. Dwayne Kuiper, of course, NBC Sports Bay Area. Brendan Crawford tying the game in the bottom of the sixth inning with that 2-run blast. And Brendan Crawford has been special with runners in scoring position this season. Very, very clutch. When he has runners in scoring position with 2 outs, Brendan Crawford batting a robust 370. 370. He's 20 of 55 when it comes to coming to the plate with runners in scoring position. 20 of 55, 364 average. And when it's 2 outs, he's batting 370 with runners in scoring position. Brendan Crawford, man, showing some leadership, showing some heart, and the Giants get a much-needed win. Just psyche. Just think about, good Lord, the trade deadline. They don't get anybody other than A.J. Pollock. They send down Marco Luciano. You're thinking, boy, they're limping into August. Nobody's hitting other than Wilmer Flores. It's a big-time win for them last night against the D-backs and Zach Gallen.
Well, it's funny. I'm looking over at our rundown right now, and Sam Lemon does a hell of a job getting all these different topics and things. And he has Giants/MLB, and the first talking point, it's right here. It's like one of the more emotional days for Giants fans in recent memory.
It is.
It was emotional. You know how I knew it was emotional, Bonte? We had like 50 texts in the thread yesterday.
50 straight.
50 straight from Sam Lubman. We got into Larry Bear. We got into Farhan. We got into everything. We got into Sabian. It was just a lot of, passion. And that's what a lot of Giants fans are. They're very passionate. And I think this fan base deserves, just a little bone here or there on a trade deadline day.
Listen, that's what I want to do right now. I'm going to get a little bit going here. Let me get Big John on the Major League beat. You know the Major League beat I love from the movie.
If you go on Spadoni Beds, John, it should be in red, highlighted red on the bottom. That should help you.
There you go. And I want the Brendan Crawford home run again because Lubman has this bullet point here. And I'm going to pour water all over it. Lubman types, this team deserved to make a playoff run. And Farhan Zaidi poured water all over that.
Poured water?
He's so emotional. He's so emotional. Also, another bullet point. Did the Giants make the right move not making any moves yesterday? I believe they did. But go ahead, hit the beat, Big John, and give me the Crawford home run. Because this is how I'm feeling here. This is how I'm feeling with the Giants. Look at that.
Crawford, it's a high drive. Center field. Out of here. And this game is tied.
Big time. Let the beat ride, baby. This is where we're at. We thought this team sucked before the season. We thought they sucked, but you know what? These guys ain't half bad. They got hearts of champions. Hearts of champions. Late night Lamont. Patrick Bailey. Give it to me. Inject into my veins, baby. What a win. What a win. Come on, Lubman. What a win for the Giants. Come on.
No one thought they were going to be awful. Let's relax. They were expected to be good or above average.
500.
What was their win total, Bonte?
It was like 84 and a half.
Yeah, come on. That's above 500. Let's go.
They might exceed those expectations.
I think they're going to. And listen, it's coming down to the young guys. And Patrick Bailey, again, I think this guy has future star written all over him just from what he does defensively. I mean, are you kidding me? Since he's been called up into the bigs, he has the most caught stealing. Mm-hmm. He's second only now to Shea Langoliers. I think it's only 6 or 7 behind him. And Shea Langoliers has been starting for the A's all season long. So this guy's for real. He is special. He's got swag. He's young. He's exciting. And that's all you needed from the Giants this season. Young and exciting.
Yep.
Because he hasn't been hitting on the big stars, the big kahunas, the Aaron Judges, the Carlos Correas. You weren't getting those guys.
No.
So I need to see it from the Duvals. I've been seeing it. I need to see it from the Patrick Baileys, the Matoses, the Schmitz. Even he started off hot. He's fading. But you know what?
Real quick.
Ryan Walker.
Can we pause on Matos for a second?
We can.
That at bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. And by the way, we don't even talk about his glove in center field. He glides to the ball. Yeah. He's got some showmanship with the one-hand catches and whatnot. I love it. Yeah. I feel like you got a center fielder for the next 7 years. I'm dead serious. Once you get him up in the lineup with the speed so he can start running around the base pass and start showing you some action on those base pass, that at-bat, the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs and Blake Sable on first base, that got everything rolling. He hits it in that gap to right center field. Blake Sable's on his horse to get the home plate. And that was a 3-2 count, man. 3-2 count against Zach Gallen. Matos stayed cool, calm, and collected. Nobody's talking about him. Patrick Bailey's getting all the shine. We all look at Casey Smith and his struggles. Luis Matos, Spadoni, has been steady Eddie in center field, man. I'm very impressed with this young man.
I am too. And you mentioned Blake Sable. That's a guy I've been impressed too with as well. You know, you think of these under the radar kind of guys for the Giants. I think Blake Sable. Who? Like, that was who we were talking about at the beginning of the season. Blake Sable?
Blake Sable.
Like, isn't Sable kind of a whitefish or something? I was thinking of like Larry David when he had the sandwich for a Curb Your Enthusiasm. If any of you are fans, 888-957-9570. But I was like, who is this guy? Out of SC? You know, I guess Troy Polamalu, there's a relationship there with him. Like, oh, that's cool. I don't expect much. You know, this catcher position specifically, and we'll get back into Matos here in a second, you know, it was a big question mark. You thought Joey Bart was going to be that dude. He's faded. They were trying to ship him yesterday. Couldn't get anything for him. Nothing for that guy. And then you come in with Patrick Bailey, and we'll see what's going on with him. Yeah, maybe the bat's just not great. We'll see. Yeah, defensively he's supposed to be great, but he's been the whole package. So it's just these little bits and pieces that are coming together for Farhan all season long. J.D. Davis, another guy, trade acquisition from last year that you got for Darren Ruff. He's been playing well. So
very surprising.
Conforto, another guy. And we'll wait and see with Mitch Haniger. I'd be very disappointed if and when he comes up, if you option another one of these young guys down, because that's what it is. I want to see the young guys the rest of the season. And with Luciano getting optioned yesterday,
that was a problem for me.
That was disappointing.
That was very disappointing.
I didn't like that.
That was very disappointing. He needs to be back up. He needs to be back up, man. I don't give a damn.
Yes.
You got to find a roster spot for him. That was a downer yesterday before the game. Like, damn, Luciano's going back to Sacramento?
Yeah.
Really? I suspect he'll be back up sooner rather than later.
I hope so.
I hope so, too. I know he wants to play every day. Hopefully he's back. He's back soon.
With the injuries the Giants usually have, I'm sure he will. That's just a thing with this team. It's a war of attrition this late in the season. People are going to get hurt, and you need to have depth. And I'll say this with the Giants right now. They're treading water, but the young guys, they're contributing. That's huge.
They're treading water, but look where they're at in the standings.
They're there. That's what matters.
2.5 back in the Dodgers.
Yep.
4 back in the loss column, so pay attention to the loss column. 1 back in the win column, but it's all about the loss column. 4 back in the loss column of the L.A. Dodgers. You look at the wild card race here. The Giants are first place there. You got the Phillies half game behind them. You got the Brewers a game behind them. And you got the Marlins 2 games behind the Giants. And with the Diamondbacks tied at 57 and 51. This race is going to go down to the wire, folks.
Do you look at run differential as a huge indicator for how good a team is?
To me, no.
Okay.
To me, it's a little overinflated. But we look at the wild card teams.
It's very fascinating.
Plus 24. Yeah. The Phillies are plus 12. The Brewers are minus 14. The Marlins are minus 20. Because you get some lopsided games. Like yesterday, Cincinnati lost 20-9 to the Chicago Cubs.
Which boosted they're plus 67 now, and obviously they're a few games back. The Padres are kind of an outlier. It feels like they're plus 65, but they're 53 and 55. Just kind of a weird season for them. And then you juxtapose that with the AL. Baltimore, Texas, Minnesota, Tampa, Houston, Toronto, Boston, Angels, like all these teams that are stacked in the run differential. It's just funny to juxtapose the two leagues right now. Yeah. But again, the NL, we talked about that. It's a weaker kind of a conference, right? You're a weaker league, if you will. So the Giants, they're right there. If they just tread water here and they can get some production late, I like their chances to make the playoffs. I just think it would have helped if you got someone yesterday, and I understand you don't want to give up a lot to get minimal. Although it was funny to see Eduardo Rodriguez of the Detroit Tigers say no to the Dodgers.
I'd rather was that be kind Detroit of a win? Because that was kind of a win. Because if Eduardo Rodriguez goes there, man, oh boy, he's been dealing. That was surprising. He wants to be closer to his family on the East Coast.
I don't think the history of anyone in America wants to elect Detroit over Los Angeles, but here we are.
That is insane. That is insane. Speaking of trading.